Are we on?
Yep.
We're on. Cheers, Timothy. Good evening and good morning and good afternoon. This is it. We're having a bit of funny. Look, Tim's here. He's just pressed a button. It's the easiest thing he can ever do.
I'm going now.
You're going now. Cheers, Mucker. Thursday
Cheers,
morning
Tim.
in my manor in Kalosovaki. Welcome to the football show on WEBBY'S Sports Roundup here in my manor, as I just said, here in Kalosovaki in Laura's Bar in the south of Tenerife. About 23, 24 degrees, a little bit of wind, but it's absolutely gorgeous. We got a bit of a disappointment today because instead of my number two Terry, I'm a number 3 Simon. Big size here.
All right, Webby.
All right,
Good to see you.
yeah.
Always a pleasure.
So Simon's here, Terry's not. He's got 1 or 2 commitments because of his 2 beautiful daughters. Obviously, the problem is it's Easter and they've got things to do and so on and so forth. So I've given him the day off without pay.
Yes. I'll have his pay.
You can have his
I'll
pay.
have his pay.
What's nothing times 2?
Nothing.
Absolute quality.
Nada, as they say here.
Really be right. Listen, if you've not subscribed to the channel, just to give you an idea, my name's Paul Webb. As you know, been here 30 years, 3 pubs, retired 9 years.
How many pubs?
3. Retired 9 years ago this November, the last day, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Tim's got me into doing the my vlogs on YouTube in WEBBY'S Sports, and I love it with passion. And that's why I'm wearing my Coventry City top today. Absolutely love it. Big gunner. Going to talk about the big game on Sunday afternoon against Man City at the ATL a little bit later on in the show. So without further ado, don't forget, comments down below. If there's any questions you want to do, please send the questions. We answer every single one. And if you've not subscribed, WEBBY'S Sports Roundup, get on there. And we do Scottish, we do everything. All the sport you can
sports, golf, the whole lot.
Got that. And the big one tomorrow is WEBBY'S Sports Roundup, 9:30 live. Absolutely live, sat here. And we got a special guest talking about everything. A lot of shout outs. Right, without further ado, let's go on to the football. Now, you've made a list out.
Yeah.
I've done a small list, so let's just kick off with my little list. Thank you. There's a lady there, she's clapping. Obviously, I'm going to throw her a fish in a minute. Unbelievable, I tell you. She has no idea. Where are you from?
Denmark.
Oh, she's from Denmark. Okay.
Brøndby.
Okay. Brøndby. Bit of Brøndby. We'll keep her there for the time being. She's on red wine already, and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. That's a top woman. Right. We're going to start off with the international break, which most of the guys in you and I know don't like.
Yeah.
Because they're thinking, why are we having friendlies? Listen, in the end of the day, it's never going to change. My good pal Macam Mick has got a place. So he said, Webby, you should do something with regards to getting a poll together to say no more international breaks. It's not going to happen. It's not going to change.
What it is, I think for the Premier League clubs, I think what it is there's 9 games to go.
Yeah.
And they're worried about injuries.
Yeah.
So what a lot of the managers tend to do now, Guardiola, Arteta's just done it, I think, for the first time.
Yeah.
But they've learned from Ferguson. Ferguson just pull his players out. If he thought there's a chance of them getting a knock,
Yeah.
he just pull them out of the squad. And no one used to say nothing. So I know Saka didn't play, and this one didn't play the other night.
Harry Kane, yeah.
Harry Kane, but Harry Kane's different. He's over there now.
Yeah.
So he doesn't come into it. But Guardiola, just take John Stones over night, 9 minutes injured. It didn't look a bad tackle.
No.
It looked quite innocuous, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, 9 minutes, he's off. He's took him off. Precaution. It's obviously precaution. But Southgate can't make that decision.
What about, wasn't it Sterling?
No, Carl Walker, the game before.
I keep
the
saying
Brazil
Sterling.
game. That was the Brazil game. That was the one before.
That's the reason why I've made the comment.
Carl Walker was the game before, 21 minutes.
Right, before we get into that, we'll get stuck into that. Let's just give it a bit of a start. Right, first and foremost, it's the European Championships over in Germany, okay? It starts on the 14th of June on a Friday night, then it finishes up on a Sunday, which is the final on the 14th of July. Right, that's number 1. Now, 24 teams over in Germany, going to smash it out, and hopefully, in the end of the day, England become winners. And I think, personally, they've got a great chance if we turn up on the day. That's number 1. Now, this week just gone, we've had a couple of games where one of our international countries, local to us, Wales, took on Finland, beat them 4-1. Poland beat Estonia 5-1, and the 2 teams played together.
Yeah, in the last elimination.
In the last elimination, whoever won that game is
going
to Euros. Now, I was watching bits in the 3 shoes in my local. I was watching England, Belgium. There was Scotland, Northern Ireland. That was all on. And I must admit, I did leave at the end. They went into extra time
and penalties.
Did you watch penalties?
I watched the penalties. Yeah, that's all I did watch.
So tell me what happened.
Well, Daniel James, he missed the vital penalty. It would have been 5 out of 5, so it would have carried on.
Yeah.
But Poland scored all 5.
Yeah.
Wales had scored 4.
Yeah.
Daniel James needed to score. Keeper saved it. The Nottingham Forest keeper.
I
think it was the Forest keeper. He was in goal.
David James, ex-Man United, ex-Leeds United.
Daniel James, no, I think he's gone somewhere else now. I think he was at Leeds United.
Oh, was he gone?
He went from Leeds to United. And then United loaned him out. He went back to Leeds, but I think something's telling me he's somewhere else.
No, I think he's Leeds still.
Right, and
he's Leeds. He scored last week.
He missed it. It wasn't a poor penalty. It's just sad. Yeah. Sad to see him out. A lot of English don't like the Welsh wanting them out anyway. Yeah. But so be it. They're out now. But they did well in the first game when they played Finland.
Yeah, they did.
And beat them easy. The
player they were worried about was Lewandowski. Now, he never scored in the 5-1 win over Estonia. He never scored again.
He's getting old, though. Come on.
Yeah.
He scored goals for fun.
Yeah, he did.
Now, this is a different level. The Euros, it's a different level.
Yeah.
Maybe he shouldn't be getting picked because he's been doing it for years.
Yeah, for sure.
For years.
Scotland played 2 friendlies over the last week, never scored a goal. They got stuffed by Holland 4-0. Now, that Hollands have had a bit of a bad run international duty over the past 2 or 3 years.
They're not the same team.
They're not the same. But if you looked at their team, I'll tell you what, they looked half decent. You got Gakpo, you had Depay, all right, Depay.
Gravenberch, did he play? Gravenberch?
No, don't think he played, unless he came on his sub. And then you had the 2 fullbacks. You had left fullback from Man City, the guy with the long hair. Plays for Man City. What's his Aka or something?
Oh, Ake.
Yeah. He played.
Yeah.
And then you had Van Dijk.
Van Dijk played centre half.
He played centre half. So you take them 4.
No, they've got a good squad and very young as well. Very young. They can pick on some. They've got a centre half there. I think he's about 18 or 19.
Yeah, he is.
He's already played 50 games for Ajax.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Champions League he's played Europa League, and a lot of teams are looking at him.
Well, don't forget Ajax, again, they've always been absolutely probably the top Dutch, but they just sell, that's why. And they've got Henderson now, haven't they?
Selling, useless.
Oh,
let's not talk about him.
Yeah, we will talk about him. Then, right, let's get on to the big. Now, if you excuse me every 2 minutes because of this, it's only because...
Got a cold, he's getting old.
No, it's not a cold, they call it hay fever back home. And when obviously... because of the Kaleem and all these bits and the dust, then I have to have the antihistamine. I've got to go to the chemist in a minute and what have you. But it is what it is, so excuse me for that. Right, let's get on to the England games. 2 England friendlies. First of all, we played Spain. We played Brazil on Saturday and then Belgium on Tuesday. Did you watch the game on Saturday?
Brazil, yes, I watched it. I thought we were very poor defensively.
Yeah.
I can't believe Brazil only scored 1 goal. They cut through us sometimes like we were like butter.
Yeah.
They just got through so easy. I know Cole Walker went off, but that one player doesn't make a team.
But let's stop on that Cole Walker. Listen, we're all football fans and pundits of the world and what have you. Now, Cole Walker, he went down after, 20 odd minutes. 20 odd minutes. Now, did he go down? And when they brought the water on, he said, listen, I've got a bit of a knock. Listen, I want to get off because I'm playing Arsenal
on Sunday. Yeah, all my mates have said the same thing.
Say the same thing.
Yeah.
But he walked off. He never limped off. Looked, we had
no stretcher. The same as John Stones. The same.
Had to put a brave face on.
Yeah. 9 minutes and 21 minutes in.
Because that game on Sunday, which we're going to talk about in a minute, is absolutely massive. Massive. Right, so we've got Kyle Walker. Now, Harry Maguire, who I must admit, I do like him as a back 4. He's got experience and what have you. He made 1 mistake, I remember, which they never punished. And there was a couple of others in what have you, but the point in question, he's still half decent. Southgate likes him, even if he's not playing every week. You should be playing players that play week in, week out. They're in form.
On merit.
Form
and merit.
Yeah. Right. It never happened. Now, on top of that, we got Gordon, Konza, and Mainu. All right. Now, I said I'm going to go straight to Mainu. Now listen, this man,
Boy,
is going to be the new Messi. All right, he probably can't lace his boots at the moment. Whether he will be able to in a few
different
years.
type of player, though.
I know he is. I know he's a different type of player. But what I'm talking about, whatever position, I just think, as a little superstar, quite a little superstar. He was under 20s captain for England. They missed him under 21s. Southgate brought him straight into the full squad, brought him on second half against Brazil. He played 20 minutes or so forth, touched the ball 10 times, never gave the ball away once, and he nutmegged one guy, turned him on a sixpence as if he wasn't there. Yeah. And I looked and I went, oh, my ears. I was in awe of him.
Right, okay.
What do you think personally?
Listen, he's played 18 games for United this season, right?
Yeah. Couldn't
get a start at the start since he was injured, apparently, right? Now, he's buzzing. He's buzzing for United. Let's not make no bones about it. He's a good player, right? Yeah. But to make that move, listen, I'm not being rude, the love he's getting after 2 cameo performances, right? One cameo and 1 start for England, right?
Of course.
The love he's getting is unbelievable, right? You could ruin him before he even makes it.
Yeah, I know.
Putting him. Listen, there's other players that have been about that deserve to be in that squad before him. He's a great prospect.
Name him.
He's a very good prospect. What? Maddison?
He was on the bench, came on second half.
He came on to say for Mainu.
Yeah.
Right? Like, listen, you got the likes of Maddison. I don't know if Conor Gallagher will make it, but there's him.
Yeah.
They've all been in the waiting line. Now, this Mainu is a good player, but you've got to look at the thing of you might ruin him before he's even made it.
You've got
to look at the bigger picture of the next tournament.
Yeah.
Right? What they're all saying about him is going to be the next this, the next that.
Reason why I think
he's his own player. He ain't going to be the new Vieira. He ain't going to be the new Roy Keane. He's his own player.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
I think, my own personal opinion, is because his background. Another country.
Well, this is what I said to you on the phone.
Yeah, another country could have took it. That's why he's gone from...
When I phoned you,
this
is what I said to you. This is going to be an interesting talking point. Because he's eligible to play for Ghana.
Yeah.
I think he had played for Ghana under 15s, under 16s, or something like that, and then... Maybe even under 18s.
He was under 20 for England captain. Right? He was
under 20 for England, so under 18s for Ghana. Yeah. So now England have looked at it and thought, you know what? Let's give him a cap.
Yeah.
So no one else can get him.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is great.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I agree.
Do you remember when Theo Walcott was the new big thing?
Yeah.
And was it Hodgson or Turnip who took him?
You mean Graham Taylor?
Who took him to the World Cup when he was 16?
Yeah.
And he never got a game.
No.
What's the point? What's the point in taking him?
I just think if you're good enough, you're good enough.
Walcott was never going to go to another country and play.
Yeah.
So for me, it was a waste of time.
Well, I was a Grealish lover. Obviously, he's been injured for a while.
He ain't going nowhere fast.
He ain't going nowhere.
He's going nowhere fast.
No, for sure. I think he'll have to leave in the summer. I just love this man. When I watched him, he looks as if he's been playing for 20 years, as far as I'm concerned.
He's a good footballer, and he's got he's got prospects.
Yeah.
He will go far in the game, but they've got to let him keep his feet on the ground.
I think he probably is.
Let him keep his feet on the ground.
Time will tell on that one.
Of course.
Right, Bellingham.
Different class.
It's different, isn't it?
Different class.
Gone to Real Madrid.
Listen, if you see the late goals he's scored in Madrid, right, the late goals, this guy's got an engine. Right?
Yeah.
That just goes on and on and on. If you say you play for 120, he'll play for the 120 minutes. And I reckon if you said, you know what, you've got to dig in here, we've got to have another bit of extra time.
Yeah, I think
if the golden goal rule was in still, he could play for 140 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and he can play. I believe he can play holding.
Yeah.
At the back of the diamond.
Whatever.
He played the top of the diamond, or he'll play an 8 or a 6. He's a great footballer.
He can play centre half, right back, left back. He probably playing goal.
He mostly will play centre half when he gets older. He mostly will drop back because he's got the height. He's got the height.
Yeah.
You know, but
he's
got everything. He's got everything.
He's a Brummie.
Everything.
Phenomenal.
He's got it all.
Phenomenal.
I remember when Wenger brought his family to Arsenal when he was 16 to try and sign him from Birmingham.
Yeah.
Wenger brought his family down and interviewed him and really wanted him. Yeah. That's a shame we never got him because he's a great footballer.
And I thought that over the two games taking on Belgium as well, that they were very physical on him. and he still came out of it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Thinking, you bring what up you want, you chuck every player you got at me, and I'll turn them around.
Because he had the bit of protection as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you got Mainu, you got Rice protecting him.
Declan Rice,
England captain, absolutely superb.
Phenomenal.
Over the moon for him.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad they didn't lose on his captain's debut.
Agreed.
I'm so glad they didn't lose.
And if you look at taking on Brazil on Saturday, that's the first time we've lost in 21 games. At home.
Yeah.
Last game was against Denmark.
Yeah.
Back in 2020.
And could you imagine if we would have lost to Belgium, how long would it have been since we'd lost two at home?
Yeah.
Must be, I don't know how many years,
but we never.
a good few years.
I still don't think we deserve to lose on Saturday. I still think a draw probably would have been a safe bet. But at the end of the day, we lost it. It's a friendly. It's gone.
Yeah, it's
we'll
gone.
see you, Zoo.
Yeah.
And that was the score with regards to Wembley. And I thought, again, I went to pay me bill on Saturday night, Tuesday night, beg your pardon, 3 horseshoes, a few bottles of Heineken, enjoying myself, and guess what happened? Just paid me bill, bang. I thought 91 minutes, nothing's going to happen there, we're losing 2-1, that's it. Bellingham goes up, Bosch.
Scores the goal, Wallop.
What about Tillemans? He was lazy at Leicester, wasn't he? And then he scores 2 for Belgium.
Well, when he was at Leicester, Arsenal tried to buy him. Right? They tried to get him, and they wouldn't. I think Leicester wanted 40 million or 35 million.
Yeah.
Arsenal wouldn't pay. It was in the last year of his contract.
Yeah.
So he stayed and went to Villa for a free. Went to Villa on a free.
Yeah, he did.
He hasn't played every game of it.
No.
He's come on bit start, bit part,
Nothing
bit part,
special
bit
at the
part.
moment.
Nothing special at the moment. But them 2 goals, for me, Dunk is obviously at fault for the diving header.
That's the first one, when obviously, and he put it straight. That was fantastic. Fault,
But where was the defender marking him for the diving header?
Yeah,
or the midfielder? Well, it might have been Bellingham, it might have been Rice, it might have been Manu. Someone should have been marking him and not letting him get that diving header.
Yeah, for sure.
He's an holding midfielder.
Yeah.
How did he get that far up the pitch to diving header like a striker?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But again, perhaps they're just thinking of it is a friendly. I want to get into the Euros, and that's another big thing. Obviously, between now and next couple of weeks, when obviously Terry's on the show, we'll have a big talk about the squad.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's going to be 20.
It's going to be difficult.
Just very, very quickly. Again, Kane missing, Saka missing, because they're going to be definitely going to the Euros, 100%.
Yeah.
Small little niggles.
Is it small little niggles for Saka, or did Arteta just say, you know what? He's 2 friendlies. I need him for Sunday. Because with Saka, Southgate makes him play every minute of every game.
Yeah, he does.
And this is the problem Arsenal have. And this is why I think he pulled him out.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. You'll say him straight away. Who was the worst England player on both games? I can't believe you haven't said it straight away.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Tuesday was my birthday.
Yeah,
so I didn't really see the Belgium game, did I?
All right.
Only saw little bits, highlights.
Forget Belgium. He played a bit better on Tuesday. Saturday.
Brazil game.
All right, let me tell you.
Go on.
Left fullback. Chilwell. Absolutely disgusting.
But
no, there's no but.
Just let me give him a little get out. Let me give him a little get out.
You can't.
He hasn't played a lot this season. He's been injured for Chelsea.
So why was he playing?
In the squad? Because this is what Southgate does.
But sure, you can't tell me there's another left fullback that could have played left fullback.
This is what me and my mates.
Lucas Shaw.
Me and my mates were talking about the other day. Luke Shaw's out for the season.
Yeah, I know.
So Luke Shaw's finished. So he's trying to get Chilwell fit or looking at him to see if he can make the Euros.
Can't do it.
Other than that, you're going to have to either find a right back that can play left back, something like that,
Yeah, I know.
But because it is only between Chilwell. We were trying to think on that. I think they've been playing.
Dunk.
No, you can't play left back.
But he's too tall, isn't he?
Right, now, let me talk about Dunk. Southgate has picked Dunk for these 2 friendlies.
Yeah.
When Brighton were flying 2 years ago, everyone was screaming for Dunk to be in the squad.
Yeah, they were.
They never put him in.
No, right.
Now they've been poor.
Yeah.
You're putting him in the squad.
Yeah, and
Come on, Southgate, man.
He didn't look that clever, did he?
Use your brain. The quicker you go to Man United, the better.
Question.
Yeah.
If Kane's not there, obviously he will be, he's number 2. You're taking Tony or Watkins?
Do you know what, right? For me, they're both totally different strikers. Watkins loves running the channels. he'll run the channels all day long.
We don't
left
want
or
running
right.
channels.
I know, but he will run the channels and come inside and score goals.
Yeah.
But his physical presence
is not there.
Is not there.
No.
Tony's got the muscle. Tony can muscle you off a ball. He can put his little arm in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I take Tony over Watkins all day long, personally.
Same here, 2-0. Yeah. Took the penalty on Tuesday.
But he's got so much confidence around penalties.
Yeah.
You know, like 29 out of 31.
Yeah, he scores.
Converted.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, it's superb.
That's a record like the old West Ham things of Ray Stewart.
We talked about Tillemans, talked about Tony, Bellingham, both errors to give them the goals on Tuesday.
Poor defending.
Right.
Both games I thought defending was poor.
Yeah, it was. As I say, Tony or Watkins, we've done Tony. Manu, awesome. His first full debut Tuesday, absolutely fantastic. Thought he, but listen, I'm just in awe of him.
Should have scored.
Yeah, I'm just in awe of him. In awe of him. He looks as if he's been playing for 20 years. Maddison came on second half, looked good, had some great little passes, quality. I think personally, we've got the best midfield in the world. When you look at your Bellingham, your Rice, your Maddison, your Mainu, just those four, you can't play them all together because it's too many. So I think you take 3 out of them for any time. I can't see another midfield in the world as good as those.
Well, like my mate said on the group I'm in, right?
Yeah.
Southgate has got a Lamborghini, but drives it like a mini Metro.
Yeah.
And that's where it's at. That's where it's at for me at the moment.
Probably right.
You know.
Let's go goalkeeper very, very quickly. Right, we're going to talk about this a little bit later. If you just joined the show, my name's Paul Webb, and I've got my own YouTube channel, as you know, because you're watching it. Webby Sports Roundup here in sunny Tenerife, in my manor. Laura's bar, we are here every Thursday morning. We usually have 3 of us. Terry, my number 2. I'm afraid he's a
family commitments.
It's family commitments.
Leave him alone.
Yeah,
family commitments.
Family commitments with his 2 beautiful daughters and his good lady wife, Vicky, and they're off somewhere enjoying themselves. Yeah. I'd rather be there than here anyway, but we wouldn't.
No, we wouldn't. So You'd rather be with me.
Yeah, I've got my big pal Si, big gooner, as you know. You can see the shirt, and he's lived here. How many years you lived here?
14.
And how many pubs?
Now. 2.
Yeah.
3-2 to you. 3-2 to you.
3-2 to Webby. Hey, I never lose against you, big man, do I? So that's super. Right. So if you like what you see, like what you hear, subscribe for free downstairs.
Have a look. You'll enjoy it.
Comments, any questions for the boys. Either you've got a question for the big man, then when it comes on, next couple of days, I send it to him and we give you the answer as well. Super. Right. Bowen. Did you see it? Was he offside or not?
It's too deep. Listen, I thought the rule had changed that you can't give offside for a hand. But they're saying, I don't know what. Look, if it's a defender, they're going to give it offside.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Even if it's a striker can't score with his hand.
No.
So how does the hand being offside interfere with the goal that was scored? I felt sorry for Bowen because I think over the 2 games he deserved the goal. I think he's a good little player. I like him. Listen,
I'm going to mirror that. I thought he was superb. Played fantastic on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Took players on. The energy was there. He's playing superb for West Ham.
Yeah.
Is he top goal scorer for West Ham?
He is.
He's top goal scorer for West Ham as well.
And he can play anywhere along that front line. Left wing, right wing, centre forward.
I think he's got a great engine as well.
And he's got a good chance of going to the Euros. He really has.
100%. So if you look at the game on Tuesday, we had 19 shots, 7 on target, and Belgium only had 7 shots, 3 on target, and we had 63% possession as well. So for the internationals in England, I think he's looking rosy when he gets his proper back 4. Just very, very quick before we go on to the English Premiership fixtures for this weekend. Just talk about the goalies. Now he's got Pickford. All right, it's friendly, 2 friendlies. He's played him all 180 minutes plus injury time. He's got 2 other players there that he could bring on, even just give him a bit of a run around. He's got Jack Butland, who I think is superb goalie. He's obviously playing for Rangers. I've had a cracking season. All right, maybe Scotland, but it doesn't matter. You still got to stop the shots that come to you. You haven't got your Ronaldos, your Messis up there in Scotland, but it doesn't matter. You know, as long as you stop the shots that's coming to you and you're playing well and you're controlling your back 4, that's all that matters. So he should be in the first 3. But whether he will, I don't know.
He's also played European football this year.
Of course he has, I've got for Rangers, played over there against Benfica. are obviously home and away. You know what I mean? It don't make sense.
You would have thought, but listen, we can't think for Southgate.
No.
Because he's a law unto himself.
Oh, for sure.
So you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Ramsdale hasn't had a look in at Arsenal.
No.
Right? He played a game the other week and made a mistake, right?
Yeah.
But he still picks him. Right? Now, if you're not playing for your club... Listen, let me start with, I feel sorry for Ramsdale. Because I'm not saying Arteta's ruined his career, but bringing in David Raya has stopped Ramsdale being England #1.
100%.
That's what I will say.
Yeah.
Pickford would have got took out of this squad by now. He makes too many mistakes.
Yeah,
he got in by default last season. Everton letting the most amount of goals last season, or they were second, and he took him. Right, he takes him on again. Right now, Pickford ain't the best goalkeeper by far. Right, he's not. I'm not saying Ramsdale is, I'm not saying Butland is, I'm not saying Johnston is. I don't know who the best is. But the way he's picking these players, like we say, is not about merit or good form.
No.
Right? So is he the yes man that we say who is upstairs telling him what to do? Does he have to pick Rashford? Does he have to pick Henderson? Because they've said so. Them players shouldn't be going nowhere near this squad.
No. Well, Henderson can't even get the side in Ajax.
You know, they shouldn't be nowhere near this
but
squad.
He's going obviously because of experience. And Southgate
Rashford's going to go.
Yeah, of course.
Rashford's going to go.
100%,
if Rashford doesn't score another goal this season, he will still go.
Yeah, but he knows he can turn it on if he wants to.
Not for me.
I know, not for you. All right, that's the international scene. 2 friendlies with England. We've got the Euros 2024 coming up, June the 14th up until July the 14th, which is the finals day on a Sunday afternoon. And don't forget also, you've got the Open Championship starts on the 14th of July as well until the 21st. So it's going to be a massive summer for sport, that's for sure. Right, what we're going to do, talk a little bit about, let's check the time. What time is it, son?
10 to 11.
So we've probably done about half an hour, yeah?
Done about half an hour.
We'll have another 15, 20 minutes. Right, let's talk a bit about...
We'll have another half hour.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's see how it goes. Do you want to get... You said you were going to talk a little bit about the Championship.
Yeah.
Right, listen, I have done nothing about the Championship.
Okay.
You've done it, so let you... Do you want a coffee?
No. I've got a water there, thank you.
I'm going to have... Can you just talk
to me? You go and get a coffee,
talk a bit about that.
Right, I've picked out 5 games that stand out in the Championship this weekend. Bristol City, Leicester, Millwall, West Brom, Southampton, Middlesbrough, Blackburn, Ipswich, and Watford, Leeds. Because most of them teams are in or around the top 4. You know. Sorry, Millwall, John and Dean.
Sylvia.
Sorry, mate.
One for me.
I think West Brom will beat you this weekend.
Please, Dave.
But you never know. Anyway, right. Leicester were flying. They ain't flying at the moment. Oh no, they're not doing as well as they were. They were 10 points clear, I think, at the turn of the year. When you look back, January the 1st, I think they were 10 points clear. I think Leeds was 17 points behind them, and now Leeds are above them. So that says where Leicester are. I think Leeds are flying. They're playing well.
No, it's good. Let them go.
I don't think they have much trouble against Watford. I think Leeds have beat them pretty easily. Leicester need to win. Leicester need to beat Bristol City. Whether they will or not, I'm not sure. Millwall play West Brom. I've already said I think Millwall will get beat. They're at home to me. I think they'll get beat. Kevin from Borough, you all know Kevin Snowden. He's our number 4 or 5 or 6. He's one of them. But he'll be looking at that game with interest on Friday afternoon, 5 o'clock. I think it's 5 o'clock kick-off. Southampton away. And Southampton, they need another win to get their whereabouts to continue their fight to come back into the Premier League.
And I think they're about 5 points adrift or something.
Yeah, I think that league's looking good. It's going to be a good end. Same as the Premiership, it's going to be a good end.
It's the toughest league in the world, isn't it?
It's the toughest league in the world to get out of.
And the most money in the final.
Yeah. I think Blackburn Ipswich is another one that stands out. Blackburn ain't doing that well, and Ipswich have just come back into a little bit of form. And I think Ipswich will win. I think Leeds will win. I think Southampton will win. I think West Brom will win.
Who's West Brom got?
Millwall away.
Yeah.
I've already apologised to John and Dino. Dino, the cab driver, who gives you a bit of stick.
I think
he'll be worried by what I say.
They're bullies. But the thing is, West Brom they're big Coventry.
They're big physical side. Big physical side.
And we play.
I think Leicester, West Brom.
Who's Leicester got?
Bristol City away.
Listen, Bristol City are a funny side Ashton Gate.
Yeah.
It all depends which side of the bed they get up.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
You wouldn't want them in your bet week in, week out. You want to have an heart attack.
No, definitely.
But yeah, that's the Championship. That's the 5 games I've pulled out. Sorry if I've missed out anyone
Watford,
else's
Leeds.
team. Watford Leeds, I think Leeds will smash them.
Yeah.
Leeds are flying. I think Leeds will smash
Coventry down there?
Well, you're playing Huddersfield.
Yeah.
So listen, Huddersfield away. It's a difficult game.
Yeah,
They've got a new manager. They've started to nick a few points because they look like relegation fodder.
Yeah, they were.
They look like relegation fodder. 3 months ago, they were definitely going down. Now, you look at them now, they might have a chance. You know, they bought in that German guy, Baumgarten or something like that.
Yeah, they're all...
Austrian or Germany is. They bought him in. But Coventry have got a chance. They're in or thereabouts.
It all depends, as long as they're not thinking of the
FA Cup.
Yeah.
They've got to separate the FA Cup from the league.
Yeah, that's a problem, yeah.
Because you want to stay in that league and you want to get up. You want to come in the Premier League.
100%.
You want the money. You get in the Prem, Coventry.
Yeah.
They'll soon have their own stadium back again, firing, owning it.
Oh, unbelievable.
Because the money in the Premier League is phenomenal. You know it and I know it.
Well, the new owner, King, has done a phenomenal. He's given us money. We sold our 2 top boys of Jokeres and Hammer. Hammer to Sheffield United, and Hammer's probably thinking, why have I gone there?
Especially if they get promoted.
Of course. And Jokeres, he went...
Looks like he's coming to Arsenal.
Well,
you said that weeks ago and I laughed at you.
I told you, didn't I? I said Arsenal to me the favourites. Chelsea are looking at him, and AC Milan. You're looking at 85, 86 million.
Yeah, that's the thing that'll put the Arsenal off. Is that kind of money for an unproven striker?
Yeah.
Unproven in the Premier League, I mean. Not unproven anywhere he's been. You know, but Hull, he scored a few, didn't he? And he was playing wide at Hull. He weren't a centre forward at Hull. He was a winger.
Brighton.
Hey?
It wasn't at Hull.
Who?
Jokeres.
Of course he was.
No. Never at Hull.
Of course he was.
No, was it Brighton?
No, I'm not having it.
Okay, check it out.
He was at Hull. He played at Hull.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, when was he at Brighton then?
Okay.
Not last season. You didn't buy him from.
Okay.
You didn't buy him from Brighton.
Hey, I'm saying nothing.
Coventry bought him from Hull.
It's my football show, not all right. No, he's going to check it now.
Coventry bought him from Hull. You start talking. Let me look at this.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't know how much he paid for him.
Well, he's going to be sold for about 80 odd million.
80 odd million.
But
that'll scare people off.
He's the top goal scorer in Sporting Lisbon and in Europe. He's got assists, he's got everything. He's the #1 man. He does the channels, what does it say? Sorry, if you just tuned in, Paul Webb, Big Si, Gooner, both live in Tenerife, my channel, Webby's Sports Develop, and he's trying to take over. Get me! And all his gunner friends. All right then, what did it say?
Oh, he did play for Brighton.
I know he did. See, Webby knows then. Where'd you get your hole from?
I thought he played for Hull for some reason.
No. Listen, I don't know everything. Sometimes you say something, I said, did he? I don't know. No, it was Brighton, mate. Definitely Brighton.
Wow.
I think 1.2 million, I think we got him for him. Then we sold him for about 19 up to 23 million-ish. Thank you, Cecilia. Got to forget Webby, a bit of milk on the coffee. And he's flying. So basically, if we're looking, I think, if my memory correct, we could be looking at 12-15% sell-on clause, which is big money. And Don King, big businessman from Stratford-upon-Avon, he was at the at the quarterfinals against Wolves.
I don't know where I got Hull from.
No.
Look, he's St. Pauli and like places like that. Brighton twice, Swansea.
Yeah.
Swansea, Brighton twice, and Coventry.
Yeah.
I really thought we played at Hull.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Well. Right. I've got one wrong in football. That's not good.
Hey, listen, you know your stuff more than me, because you watch every game I don't. I got to try and do golf, rugby union, rugby league. I'm a master of all trades. No, jack of all trades, master of none.
Master of none, like myself.
Yeah, no, you're good. Right, let's go through
the Prem.
You don't need Championship. Let's have a bit of a word about the Prem. Now, as we know, in the Prem, we can talk this off the cuff actually. Top 3, we're looking at Arsenal, Man City and Liverpool. A point between the 3 of them. One of the best Premierships last 8-9 games that we've seen for many of a year. And as we say, with the England internationals, some getting injured, some not. They're being cagey. We need you to play. We put them out. We put them in. I just think it's going to go to the wire. I really, really do.
Do you know a lot of people are talking about goal difference this season?
Yeah.
A lot of pundits,
could be.
or people who bet, gamblers, they're all talking about goal difference, which, God, that'd be a first for many, many, many a moon if it's happened before. It hasn't happened for a long time.
Quick story. I remember many years ago when Man City came from behind home to QPR. Was it 3-2 or 4-1 or 4-3? 3-2?
And the famous Aguero goal.
Aguero!
Yeah.
And the bookie, my pal who I worked for in the Opping Grapes, he won't mind me telling the story. I was not there, whatever year it was. They were playing QPR. QPR were 2-1 up, and City scored 2 goals in the last 5-10 minutes, whatever. And he was in the Toby Jug, watching it with all his pals. Last game of the season. They had to win that game to win the Premiership.
Yeah.
They're 2-1 down. He's got a massive... He does a lot of betting, gambling, football bets. He bet like Blackburn to win Division 1, Sunderland to win 2, that type of thing. This bet was going to net him, if I remember, he won't mind me saying this, about 26 grand with like £100 bet.
£100 accumulator.
Okay. Yeah.
Across the 4 leagues.
Exactly. That type of thing. And he was in there. They were 2-1 down. Just think about it.
Wow.
All right?
Yeah.
And then...
Aguero. They're screaming, the commentator was. Going crazy.
And I think he had to go back. I think it was Ladbrokes. I'm not sure now. But correct me if I'm wrong, Mark. He had to go back to England to go sort his payment out.
Yeah.
And that's
Good bet.
Yeah,
Good
26
bet.
grand.
Wasn't it 16 or 17? That was 16 or 17
Was it 8, 9 years? Well, must have been something like that, wasn't
7, 8 years ago, yes.
That's a big one. So, right, so let's take these top 3. So we know we've got Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool. Liverpool think they could win it. Man City think they can win it. And Arsenal, who you still... I don't know what the gambling is at the moment, or the betting. You would still think Arsenal would be probably third favourites.
Definitely.
Even if they're top.
Definitely.
I don't know. They probably haven't got the squad like the other two to a certain extent. But what you've done to be there and be in front over the international break, to me, is phenomenal.
I think what we've got in this year is another year's experience where we let ourselves down last year with injuries. At the moment this year, this week,
at this moment,
I believe we've only got one player who cannot be picked.
Gosh, okay.
And that's Jurriën Timber, who we bought for 40 odd million from Ajax and got injured first game of the season. Cruciate ligament, first game of the
midfield?
Season. Right back, midfield, can play anywhere across the back line.
So you haven't missed him then?
We have missed him. We've missed him terribly because he is a phenomenal footballer.
But what I mean,
we've only seen him in training and friendlies.
Missed him because you're top of the table.
We're top of the table, So, at the moment, Liverpool have got a hell of a lot of injuries.
Yeah, they have.
Right?
Yeah.
Man City have got an hard... At the heart, out of all 3, don't get me wrong, everyone, what I'm going to say now, every game is hard, right, from here on now in. But... City have got the hardest running out of all of us.
If Terry was here now, he would say we would probably be third favourites on the basis because they've got a lot of injuries.
They've got a lot of injuries.
Yeah, that's the reason.
And thank God this season we haven't got none.
No.
Right? And if last season we lost Partey and we lost Tomiyasu right at sensitive times. And then you've got to remember Saliba was out for 12 games.
Yeah.
You know, we missed Saliba last season badly.
Okay.
You know?
So that's the top 3. Right, let's go through the predictions that we think for this Saturday and Sunday then. Let's go 10th place Newcastle. I'll take... No, before we do that, let me just... I picked something out this morning.
Go on.
Wolves manager O'Neill
looked at by Man United.
Yes, Ratcliffe, the guy who put 27.7% in, whatever billion he's put in. He's a billionaire. He's general manager, whatever you want to call him. I don't know. The point in question is, what I'm saying is, O'Neill, Wolves to Man United.
I think.
Is that too much of a big step?
No. What he done at Bournemouth was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Whatever cloud he left under, no one knows what he left under. But he was superb at Bournemouth. No money, kept him in the league. They thought they were coming down. Everyone thought they were going down. He kept him up. All right, they got rid of him. He's done a fantastic job at Wolves.
He's British,
right? And this is why I think he wants him. I think he's aiming for English management, Ratcliffe. You know, like they talk about Southgate, talk about O'Neill. I don't think he wants to go down the foreign road. I really don't. So...
Yeah, okay.
Listen, I think Gary Lineker will make a fantastic manager.
Yeah.
I think he will make a fantastic manager.
I think he does well. Yeah. Okay, right, let's get on to the games. Let's have a few predictions. We've got 10th place Newcastle.
West Ham.
Against the Amherst. 7th place West Ham. I think they've done well, West Ham.
The early one.
Paqueta. Obviously, he played last week, didn't he?
For Brazil,
but he kept fouling, didn't he?
Well,
everybody.
There's a lot of talk of him going to Man City at the end of the season. Man City coming, but he's got this gambling thing hanging over his head.
Oh, has he?
So who knows? Yeah, he's another one who's been betting behind.
But the manager of Newcastle, I thought he was getting lined up for the England manager.
Well, Eddie Howe, listen, he done wonders at Bournemouth. I know we got him relegated. I know that, but he did get him back. Was it him that got him back in the Premier?
Yeah,
I think
it was him, Eddie Howe.
He got him back. He's had a fair season. He's had a fair season at Newcastle.
They've had a few injuries.
Listen. 9 of their first 11 was out injured at the start of the season. You can't lose. You can't have 10, 15 games without 9 of your first team, first 11. It just can't be done.
No. So, okay.
But the only problem they're going to have this season is not where they finish in the league and what money they're going to get is FFP.
Yeah.
FFP could ruin them. They might have to sell Gunares or Isaac.
Yeah.
They might have to sell one of them two players. But anyway, back to the game on Saturday morning, which I'll be watching, 12:30 kickoff.
Yeah.
It's away. It's at Newcastle.
Yeah.
You could say, do West Ham travel? Well, they went to Arsenal and beat Arsenal away.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. West Ham are another funny side. If they turn up, they can beat anyone on their day.
Of course.
But I think Newcastle will beat them.
I'm on the fence. I think there's goals in the game, and I think it's a good chance of a 2-2 draw. I'm on the fence with that. So 10th Newcastle playing the Amherst as 7th. Let's go down to the Cherries. Bournemouth down the south coast in Dorset, taking on Everton, who are 16th, fighting for their lives in the Premiership.
And going to get another points deduction.
Looks like it, doesn't it? It does look like it. But until it happens, it happens.
Bournemouth ain't been in great form, have they, lately?
Slanky stopped. He's not in the target, I don't think, lately.
Yeah,
so
I think that's none of them are going to want to lose that game.
I think it's a 0-0 draw.
I think that is nailed on for a draw.
Yeah. I can't see any goals coming there.
I think it's nailed on. Yeah.
Let's go 11th place Chelsea taking on Burnley, who are a poor side at the moment. 19th. They haven't got the big money.
Didn't they go and beat Sheffield United before the break? Was it?
It was only Sheffield United. Not being funny, but Sheffield United.
Did they beat Bournemouth? They won a game where people thought they weren't going to win, and they went and won it. But Chelsea have to win that game. For me, Chelsea have to win that game. Yeah. I don't bet on football. I'm not a betting kind of guy when it comes to football.
But they're in the semi-finals of the FA Cup as well against Man City. So
yeah, I think Chelsea will beat them. They should beat them.
100%. I'm not on the fence. That would definitely be a bit of a walkover, I think.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'll tell you another bottom of the table clash. Forest taking on Palace, and I think up to Forest.
Another difficult
Forest
game.
down. Difficult
game to call.
And Palace, another team that.
Dodgy. You just don't know, do you? You don't know with them.
They don't travel, do they?
But they're missing Elise and Eze.
Yeah.
Them two footballers. If they can get over their injury problems, I do believe they're destined for bigger things. Them two players are destined to play at the top.
I agree.
At the very top.
They look good.
And they got a centre half that could go all the way at the top.
They stand out, don't they?
Them three players stand out for me at Palace.
So Forest Palace, what do we think? What are we going for? A draw.
Yeah.
Well, do you know something? I'm going for a Palace win. I just think Palace might go do the Forest at the moment. Forest
do need to win for that points deduction.
Yeah, for sure.
If they want to stay up, you know.
And Palace the same breath. Right. 20th place Sheffield United taking on Fulham.
Another boring game. I'm sorry, it's another 3 o'clock kickoff. Yeah. It won't be my 3 o'clock game to watch. Definitely not.
It wouldn't be mine.
But like you say,
Hammer commentary.
Sheffield United.
They're going down.
They're gone.
They're going down.
If Fulham want to get a few more quid from the Premier League payout, they're going to have to start winning games to move up the table and get in the top 10.
I like a bit of Fulham every now and then.
Yeah.
Who's the Paquetic?
Paulinho.
Yeah, no, the guy who played for from Man United, midfielder with a big.
Andreas.
Peretti, something like that.
Yeah. Good player, the winger.
Yeah,
good
like
player.
him. And who's the other guy? That's Willem. I love Willem.
Willian.
I still think he's superb.
He had a bad time at Arsenal.
Yeah.
A terrible time. Don't want to talk about him.
I know. I like him. So Fulham, I think
Fulham win.
And I do.
I think a Fulham win.
Tottenham 5th. They've got to beat Luton, who are 17th, haven't they? Hello.
Come on, Luton.
Oh.
Sorry, Foggy.
Sorry, number 99, Foggy. But listen, you've got to fancy Tottenham against
You
Luton,
have to,
haven't you?
yeah.
But you never know.
Sorry, Doreen.
Yeah, sorry, Dawn, my darling. Right, so Tottenham's going to beat Luton at home. Villa Wolves, what a funny game that's going to be.
Cracking
Fourth
game.
place Villa taking on 9th place Wolves.
Cracking game, and that's the 5:30 one, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm going to watch that down the 3 or 2.
Yeah, because are you late?
I'm not watching Man United.
You 8 o'clock or something like that?
Yeah, well, United are. Yeah, I'm not watching that. It's too late.
So you've got 12:30, 3 o'clock, 5:30, and then the late one, yeah.
Brentford Man United. But this Villa Wolves at the Villa.
Cracking derby.
They stuttered a little bit, Villa, recently.
Yeah.
Tottenham's only 3 points behind to get in that I think, to get in the Champions League behind them. So if Tottenham go and beat Luton, they'll be level with them.
Yeah.
But Villa have a game in hand.
Game in hand,
so
and
that
they'll
means
play
it's
that.
going to be an absolute massive game, isn't it?
But Tottenham still got a game in hand. They've got one to be confirmed against Chelsea. Remember, that got called off. So I think Tottenham are still going to have a game in hand after Villa play.
Okay.
But I hope Villa win, only for that reason. I don't like Villa. We call them the Midland Yids.
Yeah, okay.
That's what we call them,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Because they're the biggest club in the Midlands that never win nothing. Like Tottenham are the biggest club in London that never win nothing.
It's like Coventry, they always say, who's your fierce rivals? I don't know. Coming from Gloucester, being a Gloucester boy, I don't have any fierce rivals, but they always say it's the Villa. They always say Coventry.
Villa, Coventry,
never have
Wolves,
the Villa's the one. Villa's the one. So, are we going for Villa? Are we going for Wolves? Or on the fence?
Villa.
You going for Villa?
I think Villa will beat them, yeah.
Well, after we beat them a couple of weeks ago in the FA Cup quarter-finals, I think Villa should have enough there to beat them. Let's go for the 8 o'clock game. Brentford taking on Man United. 15th Brentford, 6th place Man United. They have to win that.
I don't think Brentford can buy a win at the moment.
No, they can't.
They're getting stuck in a bit of a rut.
Yeah.
I don't think for a minute that they can beat United. I know United haven't been great, but I don't think for a minute they can beat United.
I agree. I'm totally agree with you. I think United will go there and play well. I think they're doing probably 3-1 or something. I'm on the fence. Let's go to the 2 big games on Sunday afternoon before we finish the show. We've got Liverpool 2nd at home to Brighton, who are 8th. Again, Brighton.
Not the same team as the last 2 seasons for me. Not the same team.
No.
I think Liverpool will absolutely whoop them.
Yeah. Brighton,
injuries or not, I think Liverpool will beat them.
Last few weeks they've had a couple of bad results. They lost 4-0, 4-1. Was it Bournemouth that beat them?
They're not the same team. I don't know if they've got injuries or whatever. De Zerbi's had his head turned by Bayern Munich, by Liverpool, by Man United, but everybody wants him. Has he had his head turned? Has he took his eye off the ball?
Yeah.
Because of these big jobs. They all want him. Liverpool, Bayern, Barca, United,
they're all after
they all want him.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't take much to turn your head these days.
So, prediction, we're looking at Liverpool going to give Brighton a bit of an idea.
Beat them. Liverpool beat them.
Terry, you'll be happy with that.
Right,
this just last game of the of today before we close and go away. We're talking Man City at the Etihad, 3rd place, taking on Arsenal, who are top of the table. What an absolute phenomenal game. I'll be in the Freehold shoes watching that with all the boys.
I'll be at home biting my nails and watching my hair fall out that I haven't got.
And you'll be messaging me. I'll be going, that great save, great this and whatever. What do you reckon?
We can't lose.
No.
That's the be-all of this game.
Yeah.
If we don't lose there,
you've still got a chance to win the league.
We've got a very... Listen, don't get me wrong, this ain't no title decider.
No.
This is not a title decider by any mean feat. If Liverpool get beat by Brighton and Arsenal beat Man City at the Etihad, right, it still won't define where the title's going.
Yeah.
There's 8 games left after this round.
Yeah.
So, come on, to lose... It dents Arsenal's confidence. It'll dent their run that they're on.
Yeah, sure.
But if we can get a point at the Etihad, I will be over the moon. On form, we can beat them.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we got to get the monkey off our back. We got the monkey off our back for the home game.
That's what I'm saying,
this season. We beat them already at home. and we have got the talent to beat them away. And we all got to hope that Arteta doesn't set out for this ball draw or looking for this point, because you cannot sit back against City. Everybody in the world knows that. You sit back against City, you run the risk of getting trounced. So at the end of the day, for me, go there, play your game, and don't get beat. If you win
mental on Sunday.
If you win it, happy days. Last year we went there and they trounced us. By default, if Tommy Asu doesn't make that mistake and score that stupid own goal, we might have had a chance to beat them. But then they go on one and beat us, absolutely hammer us.
I think you're right.
And if we can keep that from happening this season, like I said, we're a different team. They've grown up a year. We're a different animal this year. But you can go there and not get beat. You keep your confidence, you keep your run going, and you're in with a shout.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm looking forward to it big time.
Just don't get beat. That's all I want, is just don't get beat.
Two
Arsenal
great
can't get
passing
beat.
sides.
Two good sides. Pace, goals, you know.
All three of you, three great sides at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a toss of a coin. But as you say, it's like goal difference. Let's go down to the bottom of the table. I looked this morning at the table. You're looking really from Crystal Palace for 14th down to number 20. You're looking at six sides. Seven sides that could go down in the bottom three. All about the Financial Fair Play League. Are they going to lose a few more points? Are they going to get them back? It's going to be tough, and you're playing for your status in the Premiership, the best league in the world.
By far. No one could tell me any different than Tom.
Your three going down.
Well, on the list that we've had with the lads.
Yeah, no. Oh, do you know something? I forgot all about that. I'll do it next week if you remember.
Well, listen.
You're three now. Who's going down from the Prem? Who's relegated?
Burnley and Sheffield United, I think, are gone.
Yeah.
And if I had a choice, who I'd like to see it be Everton.
Okay, Everton.
Get them out. They've been hanging around too long.
Yeah, they have been.
Get them out.
Yeah, okay, all right.
You know.
Well, it was Arsenal, Everton, and Coventry, the longest in the Premiership.
Yeah, Coventry. Definitely.
Yeah, no, we were the last ones. Now you've got Everton and Arsenal.
Yeah.
So if Everton do get relegated, you were the longest serving team.
I think Everton might go.
All right.
Especially if they get another points deduction. I think Luton have done enough and played well enough to stay up, and I think they deserve to stay up.
Okay.
If they can get something out the last 8 games, 9 games, I think they'll stay up, and I'd be happy for them to stay up.
Simon, I think we've had a fantastic talk, the two of us.
Always a pleasure.
Fingers crossed as well. Next week we'll get Big Terry back.
Yeah.
Then he can discuss his Liverpool and obviously the game for us.
We've got bank holiday Monday at home, ain't you? You've got Championship games on Monday.
Yeah.
You've got Premier League games Tuesday,
Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah,
the Tuesday, Wednesday. So we'll be here again next Thursday morning. We'll get the three of us down next week. And all I'm going to say is, thoroughly enjoyed that today.
That's a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
That was fantastic.
Listen, you know me, mate. If you said to me I'm doing a 24-hour blog talking football, I'd be there.
Yes, I know.
I can talk football 7 days a week.
Do you know so?
I love it.
That might be on the cards actually one day.
A charity one.
Yeah,
a charity 24-hour football blog.
Dear me. Listen, all I'm going to say is you've been tuned into Webby Sports Roundup. If you've just tuned in, you've never seen us before. My name's Paul Webb. Lived here 30 years, 3 pubs. 14 years, 2 pubs. So we've got that now. I've beat him 3-2. Big Si, he's my number 3. We've got number 4, number 5, number 99, Foggy. Now, very, very quickly, if you're on a Facebook, and we have a Facebook page, Foggy, my number 99, sets it up for me, does everything for me. So please give him some love. Webby Sports Roundup, a lot of shout outs on a Friday morning when we go live tomorrow at 9:30, sat here. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. It's all about football, rugby, horse racing. We do everything. So I'm going to say, like everything else, if you like what you hear and you like what you see, subscribe to Webby Sports Roundup. And on top of that, we've got a massive, massive golf event coming up on the 14th of July to the 21st. So you've got to subscribe as well to Alan Homemade Vlogs. I keep saying blogs. We'll turn that around because he's going to be giving us various videos from now in Royal Troon right up until the start of the Open Championship. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So from Simon and from me, from Webby Sports Radar, tomorrow live at 9:30, you better join us. A special guest. Anybody say hello to?
Wishing you, everyone at home, a happy Easter.
Yeah.
Enjoy your 4 days break. We don't get 4 days here.
We get 6.
But you normally get 4 days and you get rain. But you know what, everyone, enjoy your Easter. Enjoy your football. There's a lot of football on. Enjoy it. Get back to us with questions after the weekend's game.
Yeah.
Not weekend games, not
Comments
a problem.
down below and everything.
Comments down below. Get the questions in. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you all soon.
Anybody?
Shout out to all my granddaughters. Shout out to all the family and all the lads that come over. I'll give you a mention again. Thanks, lads. You had a blinder. Thank you.
I got to see how to turn this off now.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll find it.
Keep talking.
Listen, I'm sure you'll find out how to turn it off. Yeah. Just hope everyone enjoys the show.